me in my seat. Yeah.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry,
Anyways.
but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
In my seat.
It does look like you took a pretty hard blow to the head.
It's nice
You're
to
just
meet
lucky
you.
you've been given a second
And
chance.
I'm sorry
Which
to pry.
is why I feel terrible
Any
for what
idea
I'm
why
about to
you were
say,
floating
but
down the river?
what's the last thing you remember? He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't. There's no way I'm leaving without him. So I'm just kind of... What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him. If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please? Oh, of course. Sorry, Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean? Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you. All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen. Look, if you really want to know all the tragic details, perhaps I can fill you in after you find Al? He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other, but maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. You really don't remember? We're in Italy. Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al... Great. Thank you. Oh, and...
Flashlight ظريف. طيب, that thing is-
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place." Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there? Against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation. Or a warning. Al Worth.
Vampire.
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, that you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. And here there are only two options: death, and that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now and find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Oh.
Papa,
نعم
where's
فندم.
the red ball? No,
I don't know. يمكن في الصالة فندم.
straight in.
Salve, friend.
What is
I'm
this?
Galerius.
It's a new game.
Mind telling
I'm
me
trying
who
it.
you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
I don't know.
I don't know what's in it.
It's a new one. I'm just trying it.
What's it?
I don't sit with me and look. Have a look.
Right.
اهو زي ما انت شايف كده.
Yeah, you know, agricultural goddess of springtime? You're not from around here, are you? Oh, I see what you did there. Changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again. What? I'm speaking Latin. You are too, although your accent's a little strange. And you've just done it again. You're a sly one, aren't you?
I hit you with the gun?
Who are you and what were you doing in that shrine?
I'll hit you with the gun. Ah! Again? Ah! Ah, stop it. Ah, stop it. Stop it. There.
No idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you a bit, you know, not right in the head? That's all right, friend. Everyone's welcome here. We sort of lose track of the date down here, but it feels like the beginning of spring to me, so I'd say early March? It's 817 AUC. Sorry, you look confused. 817 years since the founding of Rome. Which part of the Empire are you from, exactly? But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine. Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him. So then, are you coming? Look, you seem like you might need a little extra help, and I'd feel... Follow me. When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as... As you can see, we've got a nice little community now. Only 23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
أنا بلعب دلوقتي يا بابا.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your handsome new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking him to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Baba? 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 Baba?
إيه استنى شوية أخلص طيب.
You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone that always
I can't.
returns.
I can. أنت حاطط له. Ha, you're so smart. You made a shield. I can see that.
Fortune smile on you, brother. Fortune smile on you, brother.
مشيت وراه على الفاضي يعني.
Fear is proof of a defeat. Asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please. I expect the magistrate wants to brief you about the Golden Rule. It shouldn't take too long. Follow me. The only thing you really need to understand right now is the Golden Rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether he did anything
Don't
wrong.
mind me. I just live here.
One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock.
Citizen,
The Golden Rule is exactly 10
we're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name? A curious name to match a curious accent. But I digress. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place. A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago. Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so... Nor could I, until... But the reason for this miracle, if even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is... And now it seems that day is... All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would... Unless you and I can stop them, our doom... I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to some other... Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard, and we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. Barbaric? Barbaric? What are you talking about? The Empire. Rome is a beacon of light in the darkness. We have comprehensive laws. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their skin, or when our people are starving, they are given food rations. And when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before them. Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you... Of course, but with fewer rights come fewer responsibilities. You mean the blasphemous cult responsible for burning down half of Rome last year? It's hard to blame. Are you talking about our practice of decimation? Of course. Of course. What else would we do with those prisoners of war who would otherwise have been? On occasion. But our gladiators are almost all volunteers seeking glory, or condemned prisoners who would have been executed anyway. I do not see the harm. Well, right now, you're along. Unfortunately, there are still those who I would be. You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of it's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, 2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please, tell me, in your time, what did you see? I have imagined it, our downfall, 1,000 times. All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to... Well, I suppose that's all I could... You mean you couldn't speak Latin before you arrived here? But the gods are active here. Perhaps... An unbeliever, then? If I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem... If you thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the... Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people. As for the people... Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed? Me? Why would you suspect me? I've just told you. I'm about to What reason could you possibly have to suspect? I'm glad you... Well, all right. There are those who wish to vote me out of office so that they can pursue their own. Frankly, their selfishness and good. No, I don't suppose... Wonderful. I authorize you to enter... Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name... Oh, I heard wailing from there not long...
Ugh, this place has become a Ugh, I wish Horatius... You know, some people say, but what kind of an... Oh, I'd say it to their faces if they had the courage to show... Did you hear that? Curse you, you coward! What do you have to say for you? No response. Nothing. I'm telling you, this mysterious god of ours has to be asleep on the job. Either that, or, like people are saying, it really... I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the Magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little... Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I don't know. It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal. We went into our rooms. I went to sleep. And... I think so, yes. But she was very... Because our father had plans to marry her off. That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her. I don't know, but it's been 3 weeks since... All I know is... You really aren't from here, are you? All Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of branding us. His family... Why? Because I'm on this couch and not pacing about the villa, wasting energy? I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance. Ugh, you're awful. Get out of my villa and... Do I need to ask?
Citizen? Ah, you've returned. I've had plenty of time to think about it. I've always considered our survival and give the gods what they want and the real... I trust that answer. Sextus Sentius Imperiosus is my name. Though, before I wound up here, I was a... It's a cavalry officer. I had 30 men under my command. As magistrate, I usually wear a toga, but today... My men and I were at the Emporium in Rome, as... Now the port is usually bustling, but just as our guests arrived, waves of people began running toward the river from... They were trying to escape a terrible... The next thing I went... I was elected 7 months ago. There's unfortunate... Very well. Thank you.
What now? He's one of the better commanders I've ever had, that's for sure. Good stoic. Treat your inferior, as you can't ask for much more than that. I went around asking the same questions when I first arrived. Never did find a way out. To bed. Well, as I always say, it's kind of like by threat. If you... Because you're... It's brutal. war crime. Isn't that a contradiction in terms? As Cicero said, in times of war the law falls silent. Seems that way. What's done is done. As with the gun. If you... Not that it's any of your business. But my loyalty, unfortunately. See, the Sentius knows about it, of course. This... Hey, if you think you can do better, be my in any... All right?
Isn't the great temple majestic? A new face. Oh my. I take it people are quite direct
Your best
where
behavior,
you're
I
from.
trust?
I suppose it's quite charming in its own way. Usually, however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal priestess and without... The proper approach would be to arrange an introduction through a mutual, and then you would find a way to satisfy your... But to be honest, I've often thought what an Let's do it your way. You just keep being yourself and ask... You know, I'm not entirely sure. But what about you? How did you... Karen, you say? And nothing about that name... Older. I see. I apologize. I don't mean to be cryptic. Have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here? I really think you should. I know. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you. Up until a few weeks ago, she was a perfectly productive member of our little community, darning clothes and cutting. She was always so And then, about a month ago, she withdrew, stopped working and became despondent, started muttering to herself. Galerius and I visited her to see how we could help, but she just looked at us with this haunted stare, called us bloodless shadows, and told us we were ignorant of some pattern. Look, it could be unrelated. Perhaps she simply fell ill. Or, as Galerius suggested, the weight of the Golden Rule was too much for her. But I just don't want to see that happen to you. Thank you. Now, go and follow the thread of truth through I don't, I'm afraid. It seems to me we're exiled here until the gods judge. I'm quite sure it's the work of the gods. We are, but here it seems they require much more of us. I find... Would you like to hear it? It is... Wonderful. They go until finally they come to the little cottage. They invite these strangers into their house and offer them food, wine, and a plate. They begin gulping down the old couple's wine, so much so that Baucis... And then she notices something strange. Her wine pitcher keeps refilling itself, as if by magic. Realizing only a select few possess such powers. And the vagrants metamorphosized. They confide they didn't mind the meager offerings. They were just pleased. So old Baucis and Philemon is... Meanwhile, Jupiter carries through with his threat. Some say the moral of that story is that we must all honor the sacred rituals of guest friendship, the reciprocal obligations owed between... But I like to think it's that we should always show compassion for those less fortunate. A cynic philosopher might take that view, but it's not entirely... It must be completed by dusk, just the same as any other if it'll be between Sentius, the Why do you ask? all of the male citizens who are willing and able to attend. Well, you're not a citizen yet, but if it's any consolation, there are by using whatever gifts the gods gave you. I'm responsible for announcing it and making... You can, assuming they're eligible and willing to accept. As I said, I'm planning to hold... Yes. Very well. Citizens, it is time. Let us meet to elect our magistrate.
Election starting. Of voters gathered here to elect the city's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and Marcus Malleolus Gurges. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots, and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. Start with you, Horatius. Georgius.
I abstain. I'm just here to observe.
Virgil.
Malleolus.
Rufius.
Malleolus.
And finally, Domitius.
Malleolus. Who else?
Citizens, you have made your decision. Your new magistrate is Marcus Malleolus Gurges.
Hail, Magistrate Malleolus. I said, hail, Magistrate Malleolus. That's more like it.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. Under my leadership, you will finally enjoy the freedom you deserve. Against the Empire.
What? I have committed no crimes. This is madness.
His sentence: to fight for his life in gladiatorial combat against Domitius. Here and now for your entertainment.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to get us all killed.
Wait. I exercise my right as a Vestal priestess to pardon him. I will not allow you to do this.
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her. Proceed.
This is insanity. You'll doom us all.
Lies! It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is. A children's fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
This is why he's in his gladiator gear. They've been planning this all along.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate has spoken. I'm going to enjoy killing you, old man.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Sotiria, please grant us your protection.
No, all these innocent people.
It's real. The Golden Rule is real.
Salve, friend. I don't. Oh, Bacchus. Oh, just attach the pulley to the rope and... But don't worry, it's... All right.
Arve. A new face. Arve.
Maybe.
I'm not sure why you're telling me, but you've come to the right person.
Nice
Did
coin.
you find a
ولا
pattern
ماما
then?
تديك علبة
What have you
كوين.
noticed? Oh, well, keep asking people how they wound up here. Living. It must be completed. It'll be between... Why do you... Certainly. See you again.
What? She needs the resin of a plant called Sylvia. It's too... She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. And I knew that then that torch anyway. So, and now I'll never know who poisoned her. Or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule. Or why she cursed that. Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that Sylphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear. I wish some just don't get sick or injured here. A city without sin might suffer next absolutely nothing. In some ways, we are worse off because... Oh no. Sorry, I don't mean to... There was one other person who claimed she could hear the statues talking to her. But that was Nevia, and Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good, too. Until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me, this changes everything. The last time, and then she's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to... But I really wish I could reach her, because one of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are in... I really shouldn't say. He wouldn't like it. And he's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off. And I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know, I just know Nevia would know how to treat him. Assuming she's still alive. Thanks, I suppose. Sure. What do you... Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden rule, and... So, maybe it's best we don't discuss... Hemlock, I believe. I haven't seen her in months. She's not allowed to leave Malleolus' villa, and they are quite sick. Gladly. I'm Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. My husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea. He embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked, and turned into an awful philanderer. I would have divorced him and demanded the return of my dowry, but I knew he would sooner have me killed than give me my... So I waited for the right time to take what was mine, and as he prepared, I could... The next thing I remember, I was waking up on a riverbank, not far from... Well, come... May Apollo keep you safe.
Ah, a fellow traveler from a faraway land. Greetings, I'm Georgie, and I... Leather boots? I have traveled distant trade routes from... And... Is this a riddle, or perhaps you mean to say you feel like you are ahead of your time? I feel the same way. Another is, we will have much time. That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way. Nothing comes to my mind, my... Ah, yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is... Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, instead, she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry, not in a... So yes, we know this rule. This... If we are to survive, I say avoid doing what you would blame others for doing. Regrettably, I think you are correct, for even if 99... Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of men... Ah, the voice of experience. I am... But on a lighter note, I will say one thing for the golden... For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing, do they not? So loud! What are you playing at? Have you not been told about the last Oh, then I suppose this duty falls to me. Ah, it... Aha, You are witty. I like that. Of course, the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question, for it is simply too steep and too far. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse. See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out. They have. I am getting to that. There was an attempt, made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice shake the entire city, and that, tragically, is where their tale ends. So it seems that to merely attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place. And so I say, it is best. My story? How kind of you to ask. You mean to say... I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the golden rule that I wish to remind my friends of the... I say... A good question. I remember I rented a prestigious villa by the tide, and we began. Now, I have... This time, I remember people screaming, then fall... When I... Indeed. In any case, I went to find firewood for his campfire. Anything you like. I hope...
Ah, a new face. Sal, you're up. Well, I'm an architect. Help out with... But you... Oh, I'm glad you asked. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue. I'm not sure. It could mean that the Romans, who first started building here, were just copying. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Who really built this place? And could it be far older than if only there was a way we could talk to the people who... Gladly. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering. It's and the rest... Hey, not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just, please, try to... You mean the Great Temple? This, given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city. Unfortunately, someone else went out of their way to keep it. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown. There's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. And of course, so unless somebody figures out a way inside... Of course. You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question. There are much, but once you get used to the feat... Oh, I just mean I grew up in the Batavi tribe. They were... Some people say it's divine. Which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, and I'm pretty sure I know. Fair enough. Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference. Hey, nothing gets by you, huh? Sorry, that was mean. Yes, I like... And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagos, you expect... I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the... So I hid who I was for... What was it? Nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world, my openness didn't... Nice of you to say, but not in any case, or at least I thought that was the case. It seems it's not just graffiti. I have quite the collection. The strange thing is, I keep my personal affair. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So, if I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those... strange bunch. If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went in. All I know is, if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and... What? I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among someone who lives or works in the... But if you find them, please don't. Come back and let me know what you... Any news about my secret admirer? Oh, that's all right. Nice to talk to you. Any news about... Oh, that's all right. Well, my vote isn't for sale, if that's what you're asking. Nice to talk.
Greetings and salutations.
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff, I bet it's worth a salve, stranger, and welcome. Terrible. Certainly. Or... That's hardly my concern. But if you get a job, work hard. Oh, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Take it. Hear what? You sure? She claimed the statue was a whispering to her. Nobody else could hear it. Then she shut herself in the palace and we never heard from her. But I digress. Do you want this Sylphium or not? Well, if you did that, you'd break the golden rule and we'd share the same fate as the last lot who lived here. Is that what you... Do you think I don't know a bluff when I see one? Well, if... Don't you dare. Ah, back again, I see. Malleolus. Not going to happen. Malleolus. I mean, sent you. Certainly. I don't, I'm afraid. She was headed to the baths not long ago. It's terrible for inflation. Of course, I've scoured this city from... Oh, well, technically yes, but that just means you'll need to be a little discreet. Thank you, friend. I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at... Some people here are a little shady for my liking. I'm afraid some people here are... Oh yeah, gotta watch out. Old Dacius has got your back though. You mean how did I... Alright. Mostly sculptures, See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate. So I was... Oh, but the captain's happy to take my call. No. Of course I chose the cart. I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money. So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those... And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the... No, I dived in after it, of course. Aren't you paying attention? That was a bloody fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something, because everything... When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank, not... Thank you, friend. But it turns out it might have been a stroke of good fortune. Look around. Very well.
Hello? My name's Dooley. I live here now because I don't know. Yes, but I wasn't. They said I did it. Yes. They said What does it say? My treasure! My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. He said if anything ever happened to him, he gave me this key and made... All I remember is now nobody looks after me. Hannibal said... Galerius already tried that. What about the rules? Like... Galerius? He's nice. I like Galerius. He made me a doll and everything. If you help make him magistrate, he can get me out of here, and I can give you the key to my treasure. Hannibal said it was in the cisterns. You're going to let me out of here? Please. You're mean. I don't like you.
نوع نايم بدري قوي.
Help! You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. Real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's gonna break the golden rule. Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. What? Ugh. The shrine is collapsing!
Right.
Fabia, no! Oh God, she's dead! Did anyone see that? The whole shrine just collapsed again! Oh, Fabia, why did you have to go in there? Poor sweet girl! I can't believe the gods are cruel and unjust. She was like a daughter to me. I'm sorry, friend. It's not right for me to lay my burden upon you. I can't believe the god...
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is? I'm not sure I believe I am. So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. Is that understood? Thank you. Now tell me, who are you people, and what is this place? Oh, how very welcoming of you. You want me to let my guard down. I was told... Oh, don't play coy with me. I don't care if you're worshipping Bacchus, Magna Mater, or always sneaking off to your secret sanctuaries. The Emperor may have tolerated your activities up until now, but after what Quinctius did, those days are numbered. You say that, but if you're not a cult, then why go to such great lengths to keep this place? So you admit you're not allowed to leave? Threatening me is not going to help you, but in any case, that sounds an awful lot like a cult to me. And I saw the inscription saying, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." I take it this is some kind of mantra you all believe? A distinction without a difference. You've clearly been indoctrinated into... Now tell me, where did you lot get enough gold to make all these statues? You lot are practicing human sacrifice too. Yes, because I'm the real villain here. It's all clear to me now. The secret, what baffles, however... Very well, here's what I know. He's a 40 to 50-year-old man with distinctive eyes, one green and one blue. He's also known. The Emperor says he and his cult, your cult, are responsible for starting the fire which burnt half of Rome to the ground and killed thousands in the process. Who are you to challenge what the Emperor says? Were you there? Do you have spies? This is your last chance. Are you going to... Then you're... Do you have any last words? You'd squander your last words on an empty threat. Now it's my turn to tell you something. Once I'm done with you and Quintius, I intend to kill every last one of you wretched degenerates. And I can think of nothing.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
That you live? Oh.
Oh. Me muda. Vem.
You know, but...
Oh!
Ixion turns. Just as the... But it does... The bloodless shadows up. They never do. There is only a downward path. Glue. Help me. It is better for you if you... The bloodless shadows. You think it is the new... Ixion turns.
I love your clothes. So, you stay away from my money.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Well, Oh. Oh, I don't give it much thought these days. Even I could do a better job. Me, a farmer. And I've bounced the idea around, but from what I hear, maybe that's not such a bad... Because Sentius put him there. Poor Dooley was just wandering around looking for some imaginary treasure. Now a magistrate accused him of being a thief. That's nonsense, of course. Dooley's the most harmless man you'll ever meet. But Sentius really has it in for him, for some reason. And how could you know that? I mean, I don't like the man, but I don't see how you could know a thing like that. You overheard him say that? Oh, why does that not surprise me? He and Sentius have... Well, in that case, we need to find a way to make sure Malleolus loses. Better yet, get him to withdraw. If you can do that, and Sentius is the only candidate left, I'll run again. Well, as much as I'd love to get Bud, if anyone knows for sure, it'll be her sister. Well... All right. Salve!
The 49 melodies fetch again, with incessant labor. Cerberus lifts his triple head, and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like the deer over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
Help! You have to... A man... You... None of it. You'll just have to improvise. Are you daft or just callous? Thank you. I have to... What? Why?
All right.
Did you stop him? Well,
You're right, I am. I must be getting a rip. I suppose I might as well get right to it then. Do you have any last words? Well, I'd say that's rather convenient, since I'll...
The many shall...
You're right, I suppose. Do you have any last words? And there's a simple but once I'm done with you and I can think of...
The many shall...
You're right, I am, I suppose. Do you have any last words? As a matter of fact, I do. Once I'm done and I...
The many...
مش فاهم يعني المفروض اعمل له ايه؟ كل ما اكلمه يقتلني. Let's lie.
Thank you.
You there? Now I did, but I would. Tell me, do you have any? And here I was thinking I was the only one to figure it out. Supposedly, 1 or 2 of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into... Now, of course, that is a travesty. I can't help but think of a tale told by that with the ability to transmute organic matter into gold. Use your imagination, and even if we were to split all those riches between... Oh, I'm not suggesting we use such a bow on people. There's no profit in breaking the golden rule. Excellent. So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden... Now, I have a plan. No problem. Allow Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum. And would you like to guess? Precisely. Oh, gods no! If you tried that, we'd all be dead within No, here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. But make no mistake, this is a dangerous path, and there's no way of knowing where it will... But in my experience, all the best adventures begin with a risky first. Now, you must... Because the gods would see you, of course. I'm more of an ideas man, whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type. I have complete confidence in you. When Prometheus stole fire from the gods and became a hero to all mankind, do you think he would... So, are you in, partner? Wonderful. Now, this is a quality weapon. And here we are. Now, I've gone and unlocked the Shrine of Diana for you, so as quick as you can, head on inside. It's just at the end of the street on the left. May the gods... Is that you, partner? Do you have the bow? Wonderful. Just go ahead and slide it under the door for me and I'll unlock it for you. And yet you did. And now, here we are. No, technically, I never said that. I said it's hardly my fault if you can't tell the difference between a hypothetical and a promise, now is it? Oh, I do love a good loop. You're just gonna have to take your chances, I'm afraid. The bow, now. I would reconsider my position quickly if I were you. But you know, some say it takes 27 hornet stings to kill a man. But I always wondered how anyone could have known that. Let's find out if they were right.
supposed to be here.
Help me. Kill me. Kill, please. Bandit. Help us. Bandit. You make it stop me. And make it stop. Help me. You.
muutkin.
You kill us. I just want to die. The gold. Kill me. The gold. Kill us. Kill me. I just want to die. Please. Help us.
Make it stop.
Kill me. Kill me. Make it stop.
My beloved Galatea, my attempts at freeing these souls from their golden prisons have not been going to plan. My first charge was a Greek woman who I called Iodame after the Athenian turned to stone by Medusa. Drilling through the gold that encased her, I was vindicated by the discovery that beneath half an inch of gold, which is so rigid it must be some kind of alloy, was living flesh. Unfortunately, this golden alloy seems to have fused with her skin, so removing it exposed the sinew and muscle beneath and appeared to cause her great pain. At first, I braced myself, expecting that inflicting such pain would break the golden rule, and yet, somehow, it did not. It seems whichever god is responsible for imprisoning these poor souls does not care about their suffering at all. They are forsaken. Undeterred, I pressed on, working late into the night, attempting to remove the golden layer that encased her as delicately as I could. Eventually, I was able to free most of her body, but when I released her from her restraints, her first act was to lunge for my throat, clawing at me with all her strength and those sharp metal talons. This was my thanks for trying to save her. Whatever possessed Iodame to attack, she was clearly not a suitable subject for my experiment, and I was forced to lock her inside an isolated wing of the palace and bar the door. As I continued working on others, I could hear her flailing and launching herself at the other side endlessly. Regrettably, my other experiments bore similar results, and after relocating a few times, most of the palace is now too dangerous to work in. Still, as much as my heart aches to know that you're suffering, I cannot risk attempting to ungild you yet. Not until I have perfected a method that will bring you back to me, whole in both mind and body, and ensuring. And you must be the wretched snake who broke into my palace and disturbed my experiments. And worst of all, look at what you made me do to her. This never would have happened if you just You're going to pay for that. And do you think I care about that? Liar! I locked and barred the gate. I left a message warning you all to leave me alone. And now look at her. All I want. But as soon as I began my work, she stopped. What's so special about you? What do you mean, the same voice? Yes. I remember when they used to whisper to me. They did sound similar, but now that I think about it, they were all benevolent. But if these bodies are mere conduits for that one voice, then this body is nobody. And wait, I see what you're trying to steal her. Liar! You tried. Give me one good What? What are you Wait. So you're saying you... So I did all this. I ruined her. What have I done? Oh God, I feel it's the air. Coming into contact with her. But the only way to fix it will be to break the golden rule and let it run its course. It's too late. There's nothing you can do. What? Really? I'm not... But if you're lying to me, I'll break the golden rule and... You did it. You took away her pain. I don't know what to say. I swear I will never harm her again. I'll stay here to keep her company. But these poor souls... I fear the only one capable of releasing them properly is... In any case, I must. The treatment for rheumatism is willow bark. Now, please leave. Go.
Wonder how much one of these statues is worth on the outside. Oh, hello. You see, my plan was to give you a little fright. You know, like two friends joking around. But when I opened it...
Shiny.
Partner, there's no need for threat. Yeah, well, I don't have to listen to this. Don't even talk to me.
What are you doing in here? She need... It's too late. She was... and well, and I swear to the... Then you'd better get me that silphium quickly, hadn't you?
Haideți la footing.
Sometimes I stare at the great temple on the... Ah, you're right. Nice to...
Greetings and salutations. My friend, your words intrigue. This is trap, but my young friend... I hope...
اطلع
Feeling
ليه؟
all right. You made it into... Will I have some... Thank you. All right.
Greetings and salutations.
Name's Grufield. Can't talk. Because we're all in grave If you were dealing with what I am... Nobody is supposed to know about that. I get... You... you... I mean, all these people just bum... Seems like... I don't know. Of course I am. What about it? Willow bark. And this will work? Oh, fine. It was too much. I owe you. Meliolet. No. Fine. But no more favors. We're square. No. See.
You took care of... An accident? I do have a question, though. That shrine... I don't understand... Oh, I see. I promise. Oh, speaking of which, welcome. Oh, there's not much to tell. I suppose it all started about 8 months ago. I was living in Rome with my family when my pa had just... I spent the next week in bed. Pa paid priests and he need... But after I suppose... Anyway, I went searching for help. Oh yeah. I suppose you're right. Hadn't really thought about it. But the gods are mysterious and powerful. What? You've been here a few moments and you're desperate to get out? Good people here. Galerius works hard. My friend Georgius is always mending our clothes. Well, I'm just saying. Well, I can tell from your funny accent you're not... Oh. Thanks. And I like your teeth. And I'm sure he'll be just across the forum. Terrible shame that the forum's usually dead quiet at that hour, so I came out to see what, to be honest, I thought maybe poor old Dooley had got out of his cell and was snooping around again. So I popped my head out and saw someone in front of Virgil's shop. I
called out to them, but they just turned and ran off. All I remember is they ran past a lit torch, and the light glinted off something metallic. Armour, so I suppose it could only be one of 3 people. Horatio. All right.
Citizen. No idea what you're talking about? Yeah? See?
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not? Malleolus isn't receiving visitors at the moment. The name's Domitius. Why? Because you want to see me fight? When Malleolus wins the election, yeah? This place will change. You won't even want to leave. I think it's gone on long enough, and Malleolus is going to put an end to it. He's going to announce it in his victory speech. Just you wait. 'Cause if I tell you, and it gets out, it'll... Old man Sentius got you already, did he? Well, I'm not talking to people in his faction. Or see...
Are they? A new face. Oh my, Oh, You really don't know? I am... Vesta... Put simply... Why? So that we continue... It's vital. You really do... I am... Excellent. See you again.
Thank you. I am delighted and honored to have been elected your magistrate. Yes. Thank you. I'm delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. And did you just scale the wall to my villa somehow? I must remember to have words with that buffoon Domitius. Well, why have you risked life and limb? My name is Marcus Malleolus. You mean my heterochromia? I am guilty of nothing more than having different colored eyes. And I'm hardly the only person with the condition. Alexander the Great had it too, as it happens. Well, I am not suffering from any delusions, as today's election will... That's quite all right. I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing... I'm glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius... By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule. It's a children's fable exploited by Sentius... Wait, don't tell me you've fallen victim... The person making a claim bears the onus of proving that claim. Can you do that? Nonsense! I disagree. What? Oh, I see what's happening. Surely, you're not one of those people who believes... True? I'm afraid not. You mean the... Why would I withdraw? You fool.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted. Did you just... well... Don't talk... How... Nonsense! I don't know how... And now, get out of... Get out of my villa before I have Domitius throw you... Thank you. Thank you. I am excited and deeply honored to have been... Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have... Did you... Well... Are you in... What? Don't... How? Nonsense. I don't know. And now, get out. Thank you. Thank you. Did you just... Well... My name is... And I like... That's... I'm glad you... The... But... Sure. I... True. I... You... What? Don't talk not. How? Nonsense! This... I don't know how you know. And now, I'm going to enjoy watching Domitius kill him. Now, get out!
How to get out here?
Still here? Get out of my villa.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
What's in Coolio Mio?
I hope you have a good reason for flouting my weapons. We're fine. We have? I must... Is that... Look, it's... now, I assume... Of course. Yes? Why do you say that? What? That's... I'm... Well then, you must stop him from winning the... I can't be... You better not... Good.
Ask then. Good. If I did... You mean Duilius? Releasing him is out of the question, I'm afraid. That man is... Perhaps you're not a... Look, I can see where it was not so long. Here we see a privilege. The man has no self-discipline. I will not... Of course. Well, if... Allow me to explain. When I discovered the crux of it is this. If you do anything to change the course of history in such a way that your very being here is impossible, to illustrate, if you man the same... If I... So that... I know what you mean. It looks... Of course. Well, allow the crowd to it. If either of... So... Excellent. It looks... Thank you.
What is it, citizen? I'm a lead. I'm from... Not anymore. My command... That's when the then some black death... Ah, that's sad. Scintilla's disappeared. I don't see why not. Not sure why you said it like that, but whatever. What business is that of yours? Scintilla was always a kind, well-behaved. If any, you might fare better though, I suppose. Fine. What? What business? Oh. No, but I learned, but I don't. You're grasping at straws, and it's not going to work.
Ugh. I'm sentient. What are you... Really? I'd now remind... I trust...
Are they? Of course. Yes? Why do you say that? So I'm told. Thank you for... Ah, it looks like... Of course, what is it? Yes? Why do you... When you say he asked for help... Good. But still, he's been trying to enlist help with this. Thank you for bringing... Ah, it looks... Of course. Yeah. Why do you... Well then, you'd better make sure she doesn't lose another patient, hadn't you? Whatever it takes. It looks... looks like you'll have to continue your investigation. Of course. What? Yeah. Why do you say that? It looks like... Of course. Yeah. Why do you say... Why? I simply cannot... It looks... Of course. Yeah. What? Then what You mean... Well then, as Majesty... Thank you.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life. Ah, we've all been where you are now. I used to lay awake at night. I still... Here in... I used to live in a lovely... But... Oh, I woke... Oh yes, of course. A slip of the tongue. Oh, oh. If you like. I'm afraid I don't put a lot of stock in such rumors. If that doesn't work... Oh, I'm sorry. Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year. Oh, thank you. The many shall suffer. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbors as ourselves, but on the other hand, and that's where I get stuck. If that's true, then sooner or later... I wish... All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get...
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you...
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life, working for a man who...
I know things are hard. Please.
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, I'll help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. Thank you.
Let me guess. I screwed up my I'll be stuck slaving away. I'm out. Wherever you are. Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no! Well, that was not... I'll have... and I'd best... we... Oh, 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 if... I'm... if... and... You just... If... Though... All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Ulpius, what are you doing?
I'm so...
Please. Thank...
Let me get... You're not... Like what? You're just saying that to buy. You must think I'm out. Wherever you are. Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no! And I... Welcome to... Ah. What? Oh. Oh. This... If... Hit... What? Oh. This... Oh. This... Oh. Oh. If you like. I... It... Oh. I... If... Though... All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Ulpius, what are you...
That's...
What?
Why do you...
I know, please.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Let me get... Don't... And it's not selfish to demand someone keeps suffering like I am out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love, I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
What? That... I'll have... and I'd bet... I hope you're... Oh. I hope you're taking care of yourself.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Salve. Oh. Poor guy. All right, let me see. I'll go, but...
Welcome. All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Ulpius, what?
That's the...
What?
Why do you...
Please...
I'm sorry.
Please, help. I don't...
You know about that? Well, you don't understand. If I backed out now, I'd No, I am out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
I hope you're taking care of yourself.
What are you doing? It's too late. No. All right.
Shiny.
Ah, and you're right. Well, nice to...
Great. My friend. I do not enjoy the thought of another... Nothing. That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection,
Salve. Hello there. Are you well, stranger? Certainly. Well, we agree on... Oh, it's... Here. But I digress. Very well. You mean, how did I... Suit you? Very well.
The Many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Which one of you idiots did this?
All right, let me see. Oh.
What are you doing in Shini? What you leave? Hopefully that was extraordinary. That was like you just, and maybe in the meantime, I'm happy to help. That's a shame. Thanks again. I'm Lucretia. Oh, cat. Well, and she's but one of. You. Willow. I have some right here. Thank you. That.
My condition is nobody's business but mine.
There's no need for that. I just wanted to give you this willow bark to help you treat it.
A treatment? Really? All this time. You're a good man, Hilarious.
Appreciate that. Now, I've got to run. So, how is it possible? You're Sisyphus. Sisyphus, he was forced to push a great boulder up to the top of a hill. Only forcing Tantal. Oh, yeah. So. Oh. Now, and oh. Well, it's too steep to climb, so do you? Look. All right.
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Fortune smile on you, brother. Now, this is going to make her whatever, but on the other... You mean, you see, even if... Oh, what is it?
What?
Thank you.
All weapons are to be tossed into the chasm. Magistrate's orders.
Hey, Horatius. How's it feel knowing your man's doomed to lose?
Oh, how lovely. I see. Of that man, but he is the least subtle secret. Plus, he. I hope. See.
Don't you just love springtime? In the rock tunnel. If... All right.
Hello. Gold? My friend, he said you gave all our... Now no... Hannibal... Hilarious. Like... Hilarious? If you... Hannibal... Bye-bye.
Hey, Virgil, how much would you want to make
me a
bow?
For the last time, Dacius, I'm not making you
Greetings and salutations.
You know why.
But how am I going to defend myself against someone else with a weapon?
There are no other weapons in the city. We all went along with the magistrate's weapons ban, so it wouldn't be an issue.
That's why I've got to get in first before someone else beats me to it.
And you... I hear... Well, Malleolus is talking about loot. Man. Nice to talk to you.
How'd you do? Hello there, Fred. Are you well, stranger? Have you been out in the sun too?
What?
Malleolus. Not gonna... Very well.
Shiny.
Citizen. Can't stop families. It was so next. And are you calling me a liar? I have nothing to say.
See you again.
What is it, sir? All right?
That's quite an impressive bow you have there.